So what is up, guys? Brendan Suter back, and today we're here with my Panthers and Saints 2021 Week 17 recap. So going into this game, it was absolutely a must-win game, as if we lost this, we would pretty much be out of the playoff race. But we pulled off the 18-10 victory over the Carolina Panthers. Main narrative of this game was offensive ineptitude. Yeah, both defenses played a pretty solid game, but I think a big factor in that was due to how bad each of the offenses were. Anyways, going to get to a general recap of the game, individual player stats, future for the Saints, final grades. So without further ado, let's get this video started. All right, so on to a general recap of the game. So to start it off, Saints win the coin toss, but we elect to defer, so Carolina gets the first ball. And basically, on their very first drive, they slowly but methodically drive down the field with passes by Sam Darnold, runs by Amir Abdullah, and Chuba Hubbard. So they don't end up scoring the touchdown. We force them to settle for a 32-yard field goal, which is successfully kicked by Liram Hirailahu, which I had to watch the highlights many times to make sure I got the name right. That's how the broadcaster said it, so if I screw that up, I am very sorry. But it was a miracle I could even say it on camera. Anyways, but the Saints follow up with their slow and methodical drive, which ends in a Brett Maher 41-yard field goal. God, I can at least pronounce that correctly without fucking that up. Anyways, then the Panthers, they go on another methodical drive, which is capped off by a 21-yard rushing touchdown by Chuba Hubbard. So I'm thinking, man, where has this been from Chuba Hubbard? Where was the hype that you had when CMC went out? And another big concern for me at this point is Sam Darnold has not missed a pass. He has been accurate. He has been doing well. This could be a major concern if he's accurate. Anyways, with the Saints, we follow up with a 3-and-out. Then the Panthers, they follow up with 3-and-out their own, but they don't end up punting because P.J. Williams forces the fumble, picked up by Marcus Davenport. So I'm thinking, excellent. Let's score the touchdown and tie the sucker up. We don't. We have to settle for a Brett Maher 27-yard field goal, and I'm thinking, fine, you know what? Let's just make sure we keep the Panthers offense doing nothing. And that's exactly what happens as we force a 3-and-out. But then the Saints have a short drive, and we're forced to punt. And then the Panthers only have 4 plays, and they end up punting. And then the Saints, we go on a slow, methodical drive just to run down the clock to end the half, which is ended by a 41-yard field goal by Brett Maher. So we're going into the half down 10-9. All right, so to start the second half, if you remember, Saints won the coin toss. We defer, so we get the ball to start the second half. And what do? Well, we slowly but methodically drive down the field. Oh, wait, you thought this was going to end with a field goal or a touchdown? Oh, no. What ends up happening is we get to the Carolina 26 with a 3rd and 8, and we lose 13 yards on an intentional grounding. So we're at the 39, and Sean Payton chooses to punt. Now, this is a 56-yard field goal, and I'm thinking Brett Maher, in his past, was money from 60+, terrible from everywhere else. But since he made all 3 of his kicks today, I'm thinking, give him a shot. But no. Guess we didn't want to take the risk, but fortunately it paid off because the Panthers ended up falling with a 3-and-out, and then the Saints fall with a 3-and-out, followed by a Panthers 3-and-out. This is what I mean. Both offenses were just absolutely terrible today. Now, how much of it could you say was good defense? You could definitely make that argument, but both offenses suck, and I can't beat around the bush for that. So after Carolina's second 3-and-out of the half, Saints go on a quick drive down the field, and it's iced with a Brett Maher 33-yard field goal as we take a 12-10 lead. So I'm thinking, perfect. Let's just hold them on defense. We've been doing that for a while. Now let's do it again. The Panthers, after their second 3-and-out of the half, they drive down the field slowly and methodically, and Liram Hirailahu sets up for the 47-yard field goal, which is no good. So the Saints get the ball, and I'm thinking this is the optimal chance to drive down the field, hopefully score a touchdown, and just give us a 2-score lead. If not, just settle for the field goal. But we slowly and methodically drive down the field and cap it off with a 12-yard passing touchdown to Alvin Kamara. I'm freaking out. I'm saying the season's still alive. We're not done yet. I don't think my neighbors were too happy with me afterwards. But then Brett Maher doinks the extra points. I'm thinking, are you serious? We cut Cody. You're not Cody Parkey. You shouldn't be doinking these. That's what I meant. Money from 60+ yards. Terrible from everywhere else. So immediately after the Saints touchdown, the Panthers follow that up with a 3-and-out. And the Saints are like, you know what? Yeah, we'll do the same and follow up with a 3-and-out. So about 77 yards to go and 4 minutes to do it. The Panthers need to score the touchdown and go for 2. Now, this drive went on for a while, and there was very, very little progress made. We're eventually in the last minute. Sam Darnold looking and gets intercepted by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. also start freaking out again because we seal the game, knee the clock out, and it's over. 18-10 victory. On to individual player stats. All right, on to individual player stats. Starting off with Taysom Hill, 17 for 28, 222 passing yards, 1 touchdown, no picks. You know, he was kind of average. Wasn't amazing, wasn't terrible at the same time. Although in the first drive, he was relying heavily on Alvin Kamara just throwing it to him. So, yeah, is what it is. But anyways, the rushing game was not really that strong as Taysom Hill only could muster up 45 yards. Alvin Kamara only mustered up 32. We only had 73 rushing yards on the night, which was very disappointing. But at the same time, when you look at who's on the offensive line, once again, no Ramczyk, Armstead, or Pete. I don't even think McCoy was in this game, so basically our only starter was Cesar Ruiz. So, yeah. Once again, back to a backup offensive line. Definitely wasn't as much of a disaster as the Dolphins game was, but still, just not that great. But lead receiver was Marquez Callaway, 6 receptions, 97 yards. Now, recently, he's been showing flashes of being that number 1 wide receiver that everyone hyped him up to be. Now, can he be consistent? Because that's been every Saints receiver's biggest problem, consistency. We just don't have that. Anyways, followed up, Alvin Kamara, 5 receptions, 68 yards, and a touchdown. So he wasn't getting it done on the ground, but at least he got it done in the air, and that's what I like to see. Followed up with Little Jordan Humphrey, 2 receptions, 26 yards, followed by Deontay Harris, 2 receptions, 23 yards. Jawan Johnson, 1 reception, 4 yards. Then Adam Prentice, 1 reception, 4 yards. That was pretty much it. The defense I was super impressed with. We didn't really have... The first 2 drives were a disaster, but ever since then, we just made the Panthers' life a living hell. Sacked Sam Darnold 7 times, got the forced fumble and the pick. Just an excellent game that we played. Now, part of it was due to the Panthers' offense, which I'm about to exploit. Anyway, Sam Darnold. He was 17 for 26, 132 passing yards, no touchdowns, and a pick. Now, on his first 2 drives, he was actually 9 for 9 with 89 yards. And then disaster struck as he was 8 for 17, 43 yards, and a touchdown. So that the first 2 drives, it looked like Sam Darnold in the first 3 games of the season. Then after the first 2 drives, that just looked like how he's been since those 3 games. So Sam Darnold is not the answer. Neither is Cam Newton or PJ Walker. Lead rusher was Chuba Hubbard, 17 carries for 55 yards and a touchdown. So a decent game for him. Followed up with Amir Abdullah, 21 yards. Sam Darnold with 7, and then Cam Newton with 5. Now, you guys ran the ball as much as you passed the ball. Now, biggest issue I have with that, you don't beat the Saints on the ground, you beat them in the air. But I don't trust neither Sam Darnold, nor Cam Newton, nor PJ Walker to lead a team to victory with their arm. It's just not happening. Anyways, lead receiver was Ian Thomas, 3 receptions, 33 yards, followed by Amir Abdullah, 4 receptions, 31 yards. DJ Moore, 3 receptions, 29 yards. Terrace Marshall, 2 receptions, 16 yards. Chuba Hubbard, 3 receptions, 13 yards. Robbie Anderson, 2 receptions, 10 yards. That was it. The defense did a pretty solid job against New Orleans Saints. Yeah, you allowed 4 field goals and a touchdown, but, you were able to stop the Saints, force a lot of 3-and-outs, make us settle for the field goal, and the 1 touchdown, I'll knock you for that. But other than that, a pretty solid performance at defense. Now, part of that was due to the Saints' offense being complete shit, but, good job anyways. Credit to where credit's due. Now we get to the most important part of the video. What does the Saints' future look like? Are we still contending for the playoffs? Yes, we are. Are we in a better spot than we were last week? Yes, we are. How good are our chances? Not so optimal. So what I talked about in my Saints and Dolphins recap, what I wanted to see was the Saints to win this week, as well as the Vikings and Falcons to lose. Those happened. So we go from the 10 seed to the 8 seed, and now we're 8-8, and we're right behind the 9-7 San Francisco 49ers. Now, the only way we can make it into the playoffs is if the Saints win and the 49ers lose, because we will both be tied at 9-8, but we'll have the tiebreak. But since we haven't played each other this season, we will have the tiebreaker of a better record against the NFC. So that's the only way we make it into the playoffs. But we get to a bit of a kerfuffle, and this is all for personal reasons, but my dad's a 49ers fan, so it's between me and him to see who makes it in the playoffs. We might not talk to each other for a while. We may even fight each other. No, I'm kidding. Things are good between me and my dad. We talked about this, and we're both super excited to see how the season ends. But even if the Saints make the playoffs, we're most likely going to be playing the LA Rams. And with our offensive line against Aaron Donald, send a heave and a prayer up to Taysom Hill or Trevor Siemian. Because Taysom Hill might get killed by Aaron Donald, Trevor Siemian may get killed, and then we just put in Ian Book, and yeah, wash, rinse, repeat. All right, so on to final grades. I'm going to give the Saints offense a 4 out of 10 for today. Yeah, we did put up 18 points, but those were on 4 field goals and 1 touchdown. Other than that, the offense was inept, filled with many 3-and-outs. But the defense, I'm going to get a 9 out of 10. Did an excellent job against Sam Darnold, but I'm not going to point off for the first 2 drives because that had me super concerned. But good rebound for us. The Panthers offense, I'm giving a 2 out of 10. Outside of your first 2 drives, absolutely inept. But the defense, I'm going to give a 7 out of 10. Did give up 18 points, did force a lot of 3-and-outs, but did give up 4 field goals and a touchdown. So that's the only thing I'm going to knock you for. Saints overall grade get a 6.5 out of 10, and the Panthers get a 4.5 out of 10. On to the outro. And that is going to wrap up my video for today. Thank you guys all so much for watching. We are so close to the end. Got Week 18 predictions, my Saints and Falcons recap, and then NFL postseason predictions, and maybe some Saints playoff recaps if we make it. If we do, I can't wait to film those. Anyways, if you want to see Week 17 predictions, click right over here. If you like this video, drop a like, subscribe to my channel by clicking over here, or the button down below would mean a whole lot to me. Comment down below what your thoughts were on this Saints game. Do you think we really have a shot in the playoffs? Do you think we can maybe pull off a miracle win and then get our asses kicked in the next round? Make sure you follow me on all my social medias, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok, @BrendanSuter. Thank y'all for watching. Have a great day. Who Dat Nation, in desperation mode again, is out.